ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, 10 o'clock, got a flight out. Yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out. Yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a. Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the aping. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the. I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the. I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On 1st and 10, McCann throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCann. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile. Stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Mariota now from the 50. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Mariota, option left. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a third down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now a carry for Bernard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Flushed out right. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Marcus Mariota with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And they got the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Able to slither by. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, McCann. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe...
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Off the play fake, Mariota. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Mariota, option left, and holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Single slot. One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, McCann. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down. McCann. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. From the gun, McCann. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Right back to him on first down. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to throw on second down. McCann. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. McCann. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. On the read option, it's Mariota. Finding some room at midfield. How about another? Still shedding tackles. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Bernard. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On the toss, Bernard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. First down, Mariota. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And now, he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, McCann trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards.
That's it, baby. That's it.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. On 1st down, McCann. McKinnon here, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, McCann. He's got it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. In for the score. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
One.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
To throw on second down. McCann. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, McCann. That's complete right around the 8. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, Mariota. He sets to fire deep. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Randall Cobb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. And they got the extra point, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Throwing on 1st down. McCann. He's going to fire one deep and got his man complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. A final shot before break. McCann. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They'll turn to the power game and Olawale. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On 1st and 10, McCann. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. McCann. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCann, incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, McCann. He's got the hook up to Lee. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Operating from the gun, McCann, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Jags are able to cash in for 6. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
Now a toss play to Bernard. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Again, here's Bernard. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
From the gun, Mariota. Underneath, this is Bernard. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
44, Mike, 44.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
On the read option, it's Mariota. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
4 down. Check. Check. 53, Mike. Check. 53. Keep it rolling.
Mariota now. incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this third quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Flex round! Flex round!
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. Play action. McCann. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Off the play fake. McCann. And that is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 14 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They are on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And the 49ers have scored again, really extending that lead. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. They'll try to throw now. Mariota brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Mariota. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Giovanni Bernard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw on 2nd down. McCann. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, McCann. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCann. Lee's got it over the middle. A big third down play there for the Jags. 53 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this time. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. He's back to throw. And some strong running. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Mariota, option left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, good footwork on this man. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. He'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here.
Check. 4 down. 3.
One last shot now for Mariota. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Flex round. Come on, let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Oakland, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.